Hi everyone, let's take a look at the Galaxy Explorer, which is set number 10497 to be released on the 1st of August. So yeah, this is a pretty exciting set to me personally, even though I'm not a fan of the classic space theme. I think this set has a really broad appeal to not only, Lego fans from the 80s or 90s, but also to the current generation of fans. But first of all, I would like to point out a very obvious thing about this set is that the design really is a little bit dated. I don't think there's anything that the Lego designers could have done too much better, given that the set is supposed to be a recreation of a classic Lego space set. So, in terms of the aesthetics, the main purpose would be to bring out that nostalgia, that feeling of familiarity for some of the older fans. So unfortunately, for a lot of new fans, kids that are used to the current aesthetics, the current beauty standard of Lego, this set might not be a perfect fit for them. But, having said something relatively negative about this set, maybe we should focus a little bit more on the positive, because this is a very, very good set, I think. And I think right off the bat, there are many space for holding minifigs. This is something that has been sorely lacking in many Lego vehicle builds. And in terms of box art, again, to bring up nostalgia and, while trying to cater to other fans, to the wider Lego audience as a secondary objective. The primary objective is, of course, to draw in some of those older fans. They're the ones paying the money. They're the ones who might be interested in this set. So 360, well, this is pretty much a computer-generated render. It's not the real set. So I think it's pretty sizable as a thing. I think the size is comparable to the Monkey Kids Galactic Explorer, which is also a set currently on sale in Lego.com and retailing for a similar price. I think it's exactly the same price, $89.99. So it's a very good comparison. And similar to this set, the Galactic Explorer also has a lot of seats for minifigs, which is something that Lego has been doing over the past year that I really appreciate. So, yeah, I mean, if you like the design of this craft, then you'll absolutely love this set. I think the only thing that might prevent certain section of the Lego fan base from enjoying it simply because of the aesthetics, because of how this craft is supposed to look. It is 80s space theme. It is not a 2022 space theme. If this were a 2022 set, this would have looked so much different. I'm not saying that this set is terrible. I'm not saying this set is has any design flaws or anything. It's just the perception of beauty that has changed over the last 30 to 40 years that might cause certain fans to not appreciate this set as much as they probably would had they been born in the 70s or 80s. So, yeah, I think this would be a very good set if for people who enjoy this theme, the 80s theme. I think the yellow windshield is very good. And you can see from this picture, this is exactly what we want to see from Lego spacecrafts or indeed any vehicles going forward, especially when they make it into such a large thing. I want to see more minifigs in a cockpit, or at least be able to fit them into cockpits. So yeah, more lifestyle images. So you can see a size comparison with everyday objects. It's not immensely large, which I do appreciate, because not everything has to be like UCS scale sort of size. Like space is a major issue for a lot of Lego fans, simply because a lot of those models are just insanely large. Yeah, I don't think there's a picture showing all of the minifigs, just purely the minifigs, but you can see, nothing too special. They are all happy smiley face. Again, to bring out that nostalgia. But there is nothing too special about these minifigs. They have come in previous sets before, especially in the Lego movie sets, where there are certain depictions of certain tributes paid to the Lego Classics space theme. So if you were interested at that time, you would have got a lot of these Lego spaceman minifigs. So nothing too fancy. I don't think there's any change except maybe the red color for these two spacemen. But yeah, again, nothing too special. Yeah, another thing I want to point out, which I did not, is there's not just seating, but also sort of a living area, an indication. I could be wrong. I haven't been able to see everything within the cockpit, within the sort of the living area, but this looks like some sort of a lab or a living area, common room. I love that. This is definitely something that has been missing in pretty much all Lego spacecrafts. So this is something that has to be added in at least the larger sets going forward. I hope Lego does that. I hope Lego has really turned a leaf in terms of providing actual playable, areas for minifigs, because that's the whole point of a vehicle, to contain minifigs, to contain, people or cargo. And that's something that has been sorely lacking in many Lego sets. So overall, value-wise, fantastic. 1,254 pieces, £89.99. I think the US price wouldn't be too bad either. I forgot to check that price, but yeah. So yeah, I think if you like the design of this craft, I don't see a reason not to get it. It really is one of a kind. I'm not sure if Lego is going to do that again. A recreation of a recreation. That sounds a little bit crazy to me. So if you want that, you should buy it when it releases in August 2022, or maybe a year later. As long as it is still on the shelves. I think this is a must-have for anyone who might be interested in the classic space theme, or indeed anyone who enjoys space stuff, like me, like myself. But I wouldn't blame you if you simply don't like how it looks. If you're simply not interested in the minifigs, if you're a minifig person, I'm not sure how attractive this would be. I think it depends. It depends on your personal preference. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this set. It's a great set for people who like it. Really, it really is that simple. It sounds like nothing, but this is Lego. You pick and you have to pick and choose, and especially this is not. It's not an amazingly cheap set. So that's it for me, and thank you for watching.